This is perfect timing. I wake up, the data download hit, and I'm lit. So it's looking like everything's coming out actually 12 o'clock a.m. So that is literally within the time of me uploading this, 16 hours, right? This is going to be uploaded at 8 o'clock. I'm going to make this a short video since I literally in my last video covered these units. I just want to go over a few things. So Aos is right here. Fu, Demigra, Goku, and Bardock is in the data download. And they are dropping, yeah, like I said, in 16 hours from this video being uploaded. And Beerus Sama is dropping on the 14th at 12 o'clock. They keep switching the times up. At first, it was like units would drop at 1 a.m. But now I guess 12 a.m. So it'll be an hour earlier. So technically, it's a new day, but I mean, it's technically today, but it's technically tomorrow at the same time. But hey, it is what it is. Because today is the 11th, but tomorrow is the 12th. So I mean, as soon as it turns Tuesday, they're gonna be out. So let's go over, like, let's just skim through what they got going on, and like I want to see their super attack effects the most. Okay, so time traveler. Okay, time traveler category. Greatly raise attack, greatly raise defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. Is it supreme or is it immense? It's supreme. That's another thing I don't like about heroes units. They're just that's just not good enough. I guess these are the categories that they're in. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about them. I'm actually going to talk about Beerus, the main character of today's video, because I didn't go over Beerus kit, but I do want to make sure that I did my big thing with these units. So they're 130% for demonic power. Okay, at least he's support. Okay, so this unit right here I wanted to go over. Now, someone in my last video commented that he was the best unit out of the list, so let me just quickly read this real quick. 240%, 120%. Okay, high chance of performing a crit, 40% damage reduction, 20 more damage reduction with a crossover demonic power ally. Another 20% of damage reduction in slot 1. Basically, yeah, in slot 1 before he attacks. So he'll have 60% damage reduction after he attacks, but 80%. He's just like Gogeta, right? TEQ Gogeta. Plus an additional attack plus 40% with each attack received. That's something I don't quite like. I don't quite like this, but he's a demonic power unit, so this is good. Plus an additional attack and defense 120% as the first attack in return. Okay, so they really want you to put him in slot 1, right? He's a support. Damn. Okay, so they want you to put him in slot 1, but I'm definitely gonna be keeping him in slot 3. Slot 1 or slot 3. That support is just real good. Attack plus 60% and extra 24% chance to crit. So, like, okay, I'll say this. I'll put him in slot 1 and, like, let's say we're going against, you know, the Goku or Frieza event. I'll put him in slot 1 against the first few phases, and then that STR phase, he's definitely a 2nd or 3rd slot unit, right? I'll tell you that for certain. I might even still put him in slot 2 or 3. Maybe in the showcase, like when I showcase this unit, maybe I'll test to see how hard he gets hit. But like for the most part, I want that support. Fuck that extra 20% damage reduction, right? So let's go to the cards again. He's not on. This is Fu. Okay, yeah, Fu's not on. Goku. We're going over him. I think he's probably actually the best unit to come out of the batch, but he's good. But after I seen his showcase, he's barely over that threshold. I mean, he is a TUR. I don't know, right? I truly don't know how I feel about this kid. I think he's good, but maybe if they gave him immense, right, I would like him a lot better. Oh, this is active skill. Oh, they did give him immense. Okay, well, maybe if they multiplied it, they gave him, I don't know, like a 300% multiplier or a 260% multiplier. I would want him to hit a little bit harder than what I was seeing from him. Yeah, 100%. He just, like, because at 55%, like, most people aren't going to have him at 100%. And I'm thinking about it from that lens. Like, if you have him 100%, he'll be pretty fine. But As a 55%, none of these units are actually valuable in the hardest, toughest events in the game. There's no rainbow orb changers in this kit, so against Bulma, it's not like they're really bringing anything spectacular to the table. I mean, does he stun, or does he have a chance to stun? Or no, he doesn't. Yeah, they're pretty much like useless. Like I did say 9 out of 10 character kits, but that doesn't mean they're actually solid or actually good. The Dragon Ball Heroes team has like 550,000 HP as well, even at all like 100%. These stats are just so low. It was a question like when I was reading their kit, but after actually seeing them perform before they come out, thanks to the well, like the truth and, you know, people who have access to the game. I don't even know what you call it, but they basically have like access to the units like a day or two before we do. After like seeing them, like there's just no way I don't know. I'm gonna throw a few stones at this banner, because it's like, it doesn't hurt to at least get some of these units, right? Especially for the demonic power units. I definitely want that. We can skip the other two. We don't really have to go over Bardock, because Bardock is just so pathetic. But so we have TEQ BEERUS' EZA, and I haven't quite gone over him yet. So let's lock in. So he actually comes out, you know, on the 14th. If you don't have him awakened, make sure you EZA him right now. Get him 100%. I literally, before this video, I had a Beerus at 0 links, right? I'm talking about I never used him. I had 2 dupes in him, and within 2 days, he's almost level 10 links, max links. So by the time I showcase him on JP, he should be max 100%. But I'm actually going to show you him on global, because he's at 100% on global. Right, and he was also at 0% in the dupe system, and I rainbowed him. So I'm gonna showcase him on global, but I have, you know, Lord Slug on JP, so I'm also gonna showcase him on JP using that Lord Slug team. So we're gonna do that in one video. Like, I'm gonna showcase him using, you know, movie bosses, and then I'm gonna showcase him using Lord Slug team. He's a little bit weaker because he'll be at 79%, but that's at least the dupe, the hidden potential, you know, dupes unlocked. So okay, so his leader skill doesn't change at all, but I mean, this is quite the jump. Like, if we take a look at his EZA, like his EZA was just, you know, garbage, right? He was good. It was good when he came out, but it's garbage now. So key +3 and attacking defense 160%, plus an additional attacking defense 160% and high chance of performing a critical hit when performing a super attack, plus an additional defense plus 160% and guards all attacks when there's another movie bosses, Realm of Gods, or Exploding Rage category ally attacking in the same turn. Not a bad condition. Like, when they give you conditions like these, it's like, yeah, we could have did without the conditions, but it's not that bad, because every team you're running him on, it's gonna be like a Realm of Gods or a movie bosses eccentric team, right? Exploding Rage is extra, right? But like, if you're running him on Exploding Rage, like for a mission or something, he'll definitely get that condition as well. So this is really good. This is covering like 70% of the game, even though it doesn't seem like it. Think about all the super units, and they're on Realm of Gods basically. Only like the base Gokus, they're still like Realm of Gods. Even like the super base Gokus are on Realm of Gods. Like, I can actually check that out real quick. I'll make a quick cut. Okay, see, look, we have a Super Saiyan Goku, Super Goku in here. We have another Super Saiyan Goku in here, right? Let's see. Do we have any other units? So Super Saiyan God, Goku. These are basically all the super units, right? Like, all the super Gokus and Vegeta are pretty much on the category. All right, but anyways, right? So plus an additional attacking defense 40% with each attack received up to 160%. Reduced damage received by 30% when HP is 30% or more. That's really good. Plus an additional damage reduction of 30% when HP is 60% or more. Which is, it's also cool, right? It's not that bad. Great chance of launching an additional super attack when HP is 60% or less. Super class allies key +2 in attack and defense 30%. Extreme class allies key +2 in defense 30%. This is actually perfect. Yeah, I would actually prefer this be like this. I would much rather him support extreme class allies with a defensive buff than super class allies, because most of the time super class allies are doing better than, you know, extreme units. So the extreme units definitely need that extra love. And I mean, even though a lot of people probably don't want to hear me say this, a defensive support is better than offensive support. Like, I don't think anybody, you know, would disagree, but I know some people in there that might be a little angry with that statement. He has a rage mode as well. So what I'm seeing from this guy is he's guarding. He's got a lot of good stats. He's gonna, for the most part, be a 60% damage reduction, right? And I mean, if you do happen to lose a little bit of damage reduction, he's going to be able to guaranteed additional super attack. And what is his 12 key? Oh, no. 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 I mean, he gets defense when he's performing a super attack. But damn, he doesn't have a defensive super attack effect? No, bro. I mean, he probably at that point would be too good, though. Like he'll be at around, I'll say before he supers, he'll be around 500, 600k defense with guard and damage reduction. And then when he supers, he gets an extra 160%. And that is something he builds up as well. So there's a multiplicative defensive buff as well. He only needs to get hit 4 times. That's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Especially because he'll be guarding for the most part. Yeah, he'll be guarding, yeah. So guard, damage reduction, good stats, multiplicative buffs. I mean, he could have been just a little bit better if they snuck in like if they even snuck in a 30% defense or 20% defense of raise for 1 turn. I would like him much better. Imagine maybe they gave him like attack and defense raise, like raise attack and defense, like he became a stacker. I would love this unit. This is one of those units to where actually stacking would not be bad because he's really dominant quickly, right? Like that first turn, he can be a little iffy, like a little bit, but depending on the bosses that you're going, like you're not always going against a 4 million super immediately, right? So if he has time to build up, like it'll be good, right? He'll be able to build up when you're going against like the toughest of toughest events, right? We'll definitely see in his showcase, like when I show him, I'm definitely gonna go to the Gogeta event. We're gonna take him to the Janemba event. You know, those are the events where they're just out the gates, just trying to destroy you. And we'll see how Beerus handles the pressure. So, I don't know. Overall, this data download was sort of mid.